y'all, happy Saturday. Welcome to the first episode in a new little mini series that I'm gonna call Classroom Redo. My classroom is struggling. I feel like every classroom, mine and everyone's, probably needs a facelift and a refresher midway through the year. I try to spend 1 or 2 days up at the classroom during Christmas break. I feel like I feel better, and I feel like the kids are better, and I feel like the whole second half of the year goes better if I spend a little bit of time in the classroom just fixing areas and cleaning up and you know, just fixing all of the wear and tear that a classroom goes through the first semester. So this year especially, I feel like my classroom is struggling. I feel like the classroom is not set up the way it should, and I feel like areas are not working the way that they need to or as well as they could. So I plan on spending 1 or 2 days up in my classroom over Christmas break. I'm headed up there right now, but I want to spend some time changing up the areas and making everything just function a little bit better. I want to share this whole process with y'all because it helps me to talk about it and reflect back on it. So I want to share it with y'all. I feel like I just ran out of time over the summer. I mean, it was a brand new classroom for me, and I had to get it painted. And then the waxing schedule this summer, normally they wax the building that I moved to. They wax it at the beginning of the summer, but the way the scheduling was, they didn't wax it until either the first week of July or mid-July. I didn't get in my classroom until late this year. So I just feel like I ran out of time and I didn't get to do a lot of stuff. And then I also feel like I have just been struggling with, you know, learning a whole new grade level. And so my classroom has just suffered. There's been boards that I haven't changed that are just, there are just some things that are not working and it needs to be fixed. So I'm going to take you guys along, and I'm going to try not be too hard on myself because I just feel like, I don't want to say I feel like a failure because I don't feel like a failure, but I just feel like I could be a lot better. And I feel like getting the classroom is the first step to getting better. So I am going to take you guys along and hope that you find this interesting. And even if you don't, it'll help me, you know, reflect on the whole process. So hopefully you'll find it interesting. So I'm going to stop talking. Let's just get right into it. Let's head to my classroom and see what needs to be done. Okay, so here we are, obviously in my classroom. I'm going to take you guys around kind of like as a before and show you what areas are not working and what should be better, what could be better, and what I'm wanting to change and what I'm hoping to move around and fix. Okay, so over here is the small group area. I did have a kidney-shaped table. I'll put a picture right here. I knew from the very first year I taught that I did not like a kidney-shaped table. I don't know what it is. I just cannot do small groups at a kidney-shaped table. I never had one again. I always had this yellow table. Then when I got the room this summer, I didn't have this yellow table. I had given it to another teacher, my co-teacher in 5th grade. I gave it to her, and there was a kidney-shaped table here, so I kept that one. It was awful. It was, I mean, it's right here. It doesn't look that bad, but it wobbled. I tried to get Ag to tighten it up, and it just wouldn't, they couldn't tighten it up to where it wouldn't stop wobbling and squeaking every time. So you would have kids sitting on the side, and every time they would reach over or I would reach over, it would wobble back and forth. The legs couldn't be heightened any, so that was as low as it would go. So my knees were right under it. It was just, it did not work. So I traded tables back with my co-teacher, and I got my original yellow table back. So it is now going to be my small group table. It's not going to be in this area though. I'm going to make it be up at the front where my desk is. I like my desk up here, but it takes up too much space that I feel like could be used more for centers or for small group or for the kids. I feel like it's just too big right now. And the kids have their book bag hooks here in the mornings, so and the door opens up. So in the mornings it's extremely crowded, and I'm trying to get up and leave and go to different places, and the kids are all right here. So the traffic flow just does not work. Another thing that does not work, obviously, I still have candy corn up. I just cannot believe that I've never even taken that down, y'all. It's been a struggle, so I'm hoping to get that down. Another thing that has not changed since the beginning of the year, because now that my desk is here, it doesn't make sense to have this board here, and I never even changed it, so I want to make more or better use of that space. Let's quickly talk about the meeting area. It has changed so many times over the first semester. I currently have it like this, and this is the best it's been as far as like how the rugs are placed. Originally, I'll insert a picture here. These are two black rugs that I got from Walmart. One of them was over here in front of the bookshelves, and that made, when I was here at the read aloud chair, it made this space long like that. So like I would be here, and then I would have kids all the way back here, so they couldn't see, I couldn't monitor them. It just did not work. So having it this way is a lot better. They can see me a lot better. I can see them. We can be like real close. So I feel like now when I do read alouds, they're more up close and I can see them and their attention is a little bit better. Also, I would like to start, where is that? I would like to start teaching from this board. Let's talk about this board, because this board needs some major intervention. And I like, and this is how I designed it in the summer. I like that it's here with our meeting area, so the kids can sit here and the board's right here. But I'm not utilizing this board at all the way it needs to be utilized. The spelling words are not displayed the way that I want them. This is like our vocabulary chart and our sight word chart. First of all, I want to stop calling it high frequency words, because I need something that the kids are going to understand more. So I want to change that. The way these two are displayed, the charts, and especially now with the vocabulary words, they're getting so lengthy. The charts are having to be longer. It doesn't fit. I'm just going to tell y'all, I've never used that. Not fitting in with my teaching. So I'm going to change all of this chart and try and make this more usable and just better for what we need. So that's a huge plan. Our Preacher Book of the Day board is working. I don't have all the books up. We've read more than that. I do have to add to it, but it's working well. I don't think I'm going to change it. These two boards, I don't know what I want to do here. I'm thinking about just like taking out that middle part and just having it be for phonics and changing up those, because I'm just going to tell you, I hate to admit it, but those have not been changed since like probably early September. So that board's not being utilized. This originally had birds on it. It was the birds that are all the way over there, and it was going to be my levels of thinking board. I never got around to finishing it in August, and then it stayed like that for the first 2 months of school. Now I need to take the title down because it's no longer levels of thinking, and I would like to use it for charts, but these charts don't have any like rhyme or reason. I just stuck them up there, so that's awful. This whole thing I'm gonna redo, and I'm gonna make this be the Comprehension Center. I don't really know exactly how yet, but genres clearly did not work out. I made it one time, so I don't know what I want to do here. I'm telling y'all, it's a struggle. This right here, I started putting up old charts here. They're like from the first unit. I mean, really, I'm struggling, and I want to be better in the second semester. So I'm not gonna be hard on myself. This is a first year. I feel like a first year teacher again. It was my first year in second grade, but now that I have taught it for like 4 months, I know what I want to change and I know how I want to be better. So I'm going to use a couple of days of Christmas break, and I'm going to make the classroom function better and be a prettier space and be more usable. So let's get started. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is create the Comprehension Center. I have this yellow table. It does need to be raised a little bit. It's too low right now, and it's not going to go under that rug. But I'm going to move it over here. So I need to take all of this out and try and create the Comprehension Center. The stools that I have right here are going to be used at that table. So I have everything for it. I just need to fix the area and create it.
Feeling so so small. Watch the clock ticking off the wall. But tonight I'm letting it go. Spend my coin for sure. I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone else. No one's stopping me now. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I just wanna feel alive. It's just what I do when I'm out, so try not to hold me.
Okay, so here's where I'm at right now with the Comprehension Center. I can't really tell anything about like what I need. I know I want something here at the end, and I need something on either side, but I don't really know what. But I really can't tell what I need because of the height. So I think I'm just gonna go ahead and try and raise it myself. I have an Allen wrench right here, so I'm gonna try and do that really quickly. I was just gonna try and wait and do that during an in-service day before the kids come back, but I don't know if I'm gonna be able to tell what I need if it's not lowered or heightened. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that right now.
Hold me down, feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me, no, no, nothing can break me. Try not to hold me down, feel alive when I'm in.
Okay, so here is what it's looking like so far. I am happy now that the table has been raised to better height now. I've got, I don't know if I'm going to leave this, I'm lacking on containers, which is something I never thought I would say because y'all know teachers and their love of containers, but I don't have a good container for like crayons and pencils here. So I have this, which is really neat, but I don't think it would work here. So I'm going to have to get something, but I just put that there to see if it would work. I have this right here. I always have, or when I did have my Comprehension Center, when I taught first grade years ago, I always had two tubs right here with the books for whatever we were working on in comprehension. So I had that here, but the board, because I didn't create the board for this area, the board was too, it should have been lowered, but I'm not going to do that right now. I'm not going to take the time to redo the whole board. So I just put these nesting boxes here to raise the height. It could be just a little higher, but it'll be fine. But it just looked a lot better than just the containers sitting on the tables. It gave it some height and a little bit of definition and some color and pop of pattern. So I like that. I'm gonna do a lamp here to cozy up the area, but it needs to be on maybe a nesting box too. And I have a black and white little Kate Spade one like that. So I'm gonna bring it, so I just didn't even do anything. I don't love these cubes. I never have, but I'm either going to take them out and use this for book storage and like have containers more like that over here, or I'm going to get 3 more of the same color. So I don't know what I want to do there, but I'm going to do something. The stools work really well. These are the ones that I have had for years. I got them at Target, and they used to be, I'll insert a picture here if you didn't watch the other vlog where I shared it, but I redid those this year. It's like a 2-year project that I just completely forgot about and then remembered to do. I put this easel right here. I'm going to put some little posters here so that this won't just be white, and it'll also be used for the kids when they are working. And then I would like to do some like some of the colored balls or something here. I've got some ordered, but I don't know if I want to stand them up and do like a, or hang them, I don't know. So that's still a problem. And then I need to take down the heading and then fix the charts here and use this as like a spiral review area for stuff that we have already covered. So I haven't made a whole lot of progress, but I'm feeling really good about this area, and I feel like there's a lot of stuff that I need to do at home to make for this area. So I think I'm going to call it quits. I haven't touched this yet, and it definitely needs some attention. And then I don't think I talked about this earlier, but the books also need labeling. I never did get around to that. And because I used the 2 right there, and I do like how they look, I think I got those at Target and they don't have them anymore. So I'm going to have to find two more pink bins. So I have that to add to the list. But I'm feeling really good about the progress, even though it's just this one little area. I feel like I'm on the right track. I feel like this will be a usable center now, and it's set up the way I need it to be set up. So yes, when you look around here and you see everything else, and I've not even touched this area back here or my desk area up there, there's still a ton left to do. I did think I would get a little bit further ahead today. I thought I would get everything moved, but I just feel like I need to stop and go home and work a little bit on things to make that area. So I probably could stay and work, but I feel like I need to go home. So I am going to stop for right now, and I will share a little bit about what I'm making at home and share with y'all the chairs from my small group area that I haven't talked about yet. So I'll see you in just a little bit. It's a little while later. I'm back at home. I'm going to share with y'all the chairs that I've got for the small group area. I don't have them put together, but I wanted to talk about all that. But I've sat down and I've started editing this, and it's at 16 minutes already. So I'm just going to wait and do the chairs in episode 2 of Classroom Redo. I'm off to go and get a laminating paper. I had a ton of stuff to laminate, and I was going to laminate it at school, but something's not quite right with the laminator, so I'm just going to go and buy some paper, like laminating film, for my little small laminator and do it here, because it was a ton of ink that I've printed off here at home, and I hate to run it through the laminator if it's not quite right and have it ruin all that, because I want to print out all that again. So I'm just going to go and get laminating paper and get lunch on the way, and then come back and work on laminating. So I will see you guys in episode 2, where we will be either back in the classroom or just working on stuff here for the classroom, because goodness knows there's a lot to do in either place. So I will see you guys in the second episode whenever that's posted, hopefully in a couple of days. But I'll see you then. Bye.